are you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Loina Mutiga. Karibuni sana. So I'm with the cows. Yes. I want to do some cleanup. Then I feed them. As you can see, they are really hungry. Here's the other one. They are hungry. I want to do a fast cleanup. Then we feed them. This is how it looks from yesterday. This is where they feed from. As you can see, we need to change water, change the food. Here there's no cow. There are vitamins, the other cows, and some water there. So you can see, I don't know if it can focus, but the place is really dirty. So we want to first of all clean up, then we feed the cows. Stay tuned. For the cleanup, it was nothing difficult to do. I first of all started with where they sleep. I was using a spade. You remove the cow dung that is there. Then after that is when you wash the entire place where they stay. As you can see, that is what I was doing with the spade, removing the cow dung. I see some people prefer coming to this side with the gumboots. Me sinanga stress. There's no pressure. I can do it with slippers. Since it was not that so much dirty, so even if I came with slippers, it would not be anything complicated. Or I'll get dirty and sijui nini. You see, I don't know. I don't find anything yuckish with the cows since you can even people in the past people used to use this cow dung to make their house. So you will mix the cow dung and the ashes, then some water, then you plaster your house. So the cow dung has nothing much. After you can step on it barefoot. So that is what I was doing. Clean up pole pole as you're seeing. Hey, I think this is a gym type. It's gym way. It's a gym session by itself because after you come here, you'll come out of here while you're sweating. But for me, it's quite easy since I don't do large scale farming of cows. It's not a field that I love so much, keeping cows, so I would not keep them in large quantity. But for those keeping many cows, they know the benefits of keeping these cows, most especially the ones for milk. You sell your milk at a very good price. So I didn't struggle since I did not have many cows. I just have some two cows. I just keep those for milk purposes, nothing else. Once they give birth, after the calf has grown up kidogo, I sell the calf and retain the two. Or if I get a calf that I love or I think I can keep, I'll keep the calf and sell the cows. That is how I do it. Yeah. On to the next shed where the other cow sleeps. Let us do that cleanup first. Yeah, the cows were really hungry. So I had to do this quite fast so that I could feed them. And looking at it, guys, there are various benefits for keeping cows. If you love doing cow rearing in large quantity, there are various advantages of keeping cows. For example, fresh dairy products. You see, if you're selling, I think nowadays where I live, a liter is going per 90 shillings and 100. And you can see the cows that produce milk, they produce so many liters of milk. So you'll find at the end of the month you're making quite some good income out of the selling of milk alone. If you're keeping the dairy milk, that is the same milk that is used to process some cream, some yogurt, some cheese, yeah, that we buy all from the supermarket. This is the source of it. So you have to love doing this work for the benefits of what we buy as the finished product. Even those who do not keep cows, they are good. They have their own benefits. For those that keep the cows flowers to you, it's quite a tiresome work, and you're doing it for the sake of us that need these things from the supermarket, like the yogurt. You can make even some homemade yogurt. The only thing you need apart from the milk is the food color that is added for either strawberry, vanilla, depending on what you want. So it's nothing much about that. But for the fresh dairy products, that is quite great. Like for me, you see, I save 100 shillings per day because I do not buy milk. Yeah. And the milk that I get, I can drink my own milk by itself, cook some tea. And if I was buying milk, since in our family we are many, I'll not even buy 1 liter. I'll buy so many liters. That means I'm saving around 200 for 2 liters per day, and that is some good money. Yeah, the cow dung that you can see me remove, I throw it in the backside. Backside is where I have a farm. I have a section that I've portioned for purposely for throwing this cow dung. And as you can see, this is where I was throwing. I was throwing it back in the bucket. There is where there is a farm. As we plant, we use this cow dung as the fertilizer. Even if we buy can I call, I don't know what can I call it, the fertilizer from the shops, we use the first this you collect the cow dung that you have piled up for that while, then use it, pour it in your farm. Then, as you cultivate your farm, mix the cow dung with the soil. It really helps your crops do well after you have planted them. As you saw, my maize are really doing quite well. I mixed the cow dung and the pig pig dung also, and the chicken waste with the soil. Then you use a tractor to mix the entire soil, and your crops will really do well. Anyway, on another advantage of keeping these animals, I've talked about the fresh dairy products and the natural fertilizer. This fertilizer is really nice, so you don't have to worry much about buying many bags of fertilizer when it comes to planting. It is a source of food security. Yeah, food security in such a way, like there are some people who keep the bulls that are used to produce some meat, sijui some what do we call I've forgotten the name, but once I remember the name, I'll be telling you. They use to, if most especially the beef. Beef tastes really nice, and I know in our households we all consume beef in one way or another. We eat beef, yeah. From these cows, that is the meat. We eat their meat, and I know they taste nice. For those that are keeping cows for the beef, that is really nice. And we can only say keep up being good farmers. And the bacon, I was looking for that. We are enjoying what you're doing in your farms as the end product. Another thing, it is a source of income. As I had told you, if you sell the meat, if you sell the milk, you get some money to run your other businesses that you may want to run, or whatever you want to do with the money that you get from the resources obtained from the cows. Yeah. And there are many others. You can maybe consider looking or searching on the benefits of keeping cows. Know which type of cows you want to keep, because there are various, like in a Jersey, sijui, there are so many types of Fresian, there are so many types of cows. Consider which one you want to keep, then keep that type of a brand, or the type of cows that you want to keep. Kina Ashas, there are so many. Do a research if you're a farmer and you want to consider which one to rear. Make sure before you decide on which one you want to keep, you can do a research on that. These cows, the bulls are used even for farm cultivation. I don't know if you've seen someone cultivating their farm using the bulls instead of using the tractor. So they also have very, very many importance of keeping the cows. Yeah, the cleanup took me quite some time. Since yesterday I did not clean. We did not have some water. Yeah, but today there is water. I was like, I need to clean up since yesterday I didn't clean up. So that's why it took quite some time while cleaning, but it's nothing complicated that one can't do. Important considerations before keeping a cow at home. There are things you should consider before you keep a cow. Any type of a cow. Make sure you have some land requirements. E.g., you can't keep a cow and you don't have a place where you will build their shed. Wait, sorry for that. You can't keep a cow and you don't have where you'll build its shed. You see, this is quite a big piece of land that is basically taken by the cows only. The shed and where they feed from. You can see, and I only have two. Imagine if you want to keep the cows in large numbers, and you don't have that piece of land. So, piece of land is key factor number one before you consider even keeping these cows. Care and maintenance. Hey, cows require a lot of care and maintenance, including feeding, the milking, the veterinary care, proper shelter. That's all revolves around money. And you have to be observant about that when you want to rear them. Make sure you have some capital for the maintenance of the cows. Other thing is the regulation. Make sure you check local regulation regarding livestock keeping, including zoning laws and potential permitting requirements. If you're in a country that takes these things, the law about Sijui and the Sijui how you keep your cows, if you're in such a country with such many rules, you'll have to abide by them and make sure you know what is required of you. Know where you'll get your pasture from, where they'll feed from, where you'll get the grass from as you feed the cows. And that is the lazy me. I couldn't go through the door. And since I can climb through the chain links, that is what I was doing. But anyways, I'm cleaning up. But if you're considering to keep cows, make sure you know where to get the napier grass, where to get either some grass, where to get the maize stalks. Know what your cows will feed before you even decide you want to keep them. So here I was cleaning. As you can see, I'm using really some water that is in high pressure, and it pushes the entire dirt from the cowshed, and the place is left sparkling clean. Yeah, that was it. I was done for that process. And next is we clean where they feed from, and this is how it looks. You can see it's really clean. Don't mind, that is clean for cows. That is really clean for cows. Don't compare it to where we live as human beings, but that is clean for cows. Where they sleep, no cow dung. The place is dry, so they'll also sleep comfortably. And after that, now to the next process, it's to clean where they feed from. You first of all remove the remains of the food that you had fed your cow the previous day. That is me. That is what I was doing. You remove all the food. You remove all the water that is in the water storage places, so that you can put in some clean water and some fresh feeds for your cows. A cow is the same as a human being. As you can also, you don't eat food from the previous day. It's the same way the cow, it's the same way you should treat your cows. Make sure where they're feeding from is clean. Make sure where they're drinking their water from, it's also clean. So that is what I was doing. I was washing the dirt that was on those tiles. As you can see, I had also put some dirt because that is where I was passing through. Nilikuwa napandia hapo na kushukia hapo. That was quite easy. Instead of going all around, come in using the door. The door is the one behind the white cow. And then coming back, sijui cleaning. Ah, you have to do, if I can, I'm still young, so I'll pass through there. So you clean up before you add in the food for the day and the water for the day. And that is easy. Cleaning tiles is not, it's nothing difficult. It's quite easy. That is what I did for the both of the cows. Clean for one cow, clean for the other cow, and it's a done deal. You continue to the other process of putting in the food and the water. And as I was doing this, guys, the cows were really restless, but they're not si ng'ombe mbaya. Even if they were restless, they still could wait for me to do the cleanup, and then I'll add so that I could feed them. Make sure before you start this cleanup, you have the food that you'll be feeding them ready, so that after you're done with the cleanup, you don't have now again to go and sit and start cutting the food and doing the rest. Before you start cleanup, the first thing you have to do is prepare their food for the day, then start the cleanup process. Yeah, it's that easy. Cleaning up your was that easy. The ones that you can see, there are some spots that has itoki, that is the cement that was used to put in the tiles, not some cow dung. Yeah, and I believe you guys learned something up to where we are. And you can, if keeping only two cows takes this long for a cleanup, you can imagine those that have many cows. They are really using a lot of either workforce, or if you're doing it by yourself, you take some time doing that. That's done. On to the next point. I wanted to remove this dirty water from this, what can I call it? The water holding point. Now there is a valve that I open at the bottom of that. Can I call it water holding tank? I don't know what this thing to call this thing, honestly. But I had to remove the dirt, the maize stalk that was floating above the water, so that it does not clog the outlet of the water. So that is what I was doing. I was removing the water with the maize stalks before opening the tab. As you can see, yeah, I was talking to my mom. She was behind the scene. She was telling me something. That is why you saw me stand. After that, I removed the closed inlet outlet, so the water is now flowing freely from the tank. The same thing I've done here is what I did also to the other side. Nothing complicated, guys. It's just that easy. As you have seen, it all starts with a willing heart. For you to be a farmer, you have to be willing, and you have to be ready to put in effort and work really hard to feed your cows, your any type of animal keeping that you want to venture in. It has some good profit, it makes some good money, but you have to put that effort. Nothing comes on a silver platter. Yeah, that was done for the cleanup of that one feeding station. To the next station, I did the same process like the one I've done in this feeding station. Yeah, and we called it a done deal. Yeah, maybe I'll be showing you the way they looked before putting in the cow feed. You can see I was still talking. This is where you feed them food. This is where we'll be putting in our water. The water for the feed for the other cow, and where we will put the water for this cow. The lines are not the cow dung, that is the cement. This is the food that I was feeding them for the day. Some dry maize stalk, some napier grass, and some grass. I mixed everything, yeah, so that they could get, I don't know what, every type of nutrient, if I can call it that, but you mix entirely. They're like, that's the napier grass. You mix the napier grass with the dried maize stalk. All these are from my farm, nothing but, and some grass from the field, nothing complicated. And you can see the cow was eating. At the end of the day, these cows will be very big. Don't mind of how small they are. It's because they were hungry. You can see they have already certified the water, but don't worry. Hope you all enjoyed today's vlog. Till the next one, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, hit that notification bell so that each and every time I'll be uploading, you'll be notified. Bye bye.